What's up, everybody? Stacking Surfer here, your favorite YouTube stacker, back with another awesome video from the beach. Today I want to talk about Pre-33 gold versus gold bullion. I just had Andy Schectman on my channel the other day, and we talked about this a little bit, okay? And it was really interesting to hear his take on what's better to buy right now, bullion or Pre-33 gold. And I wanted to share some of that opinion with you guys, and I'll share a couple clips from that video here as well. So get out a piece of paper and a pen and take notes on this one. Hit it. Stacking Surfer. I think I'm your best friend. Balances in your bank and stack. Since I've been stacking, gold bullion's been the way to go because the prices of gold bullion have been relatively low. Okay, the premiums have been 5% or lower and below $2,000. Okay, that's when I started stacking and that's when I started accumulating. More recently, the price has gone up quite a bit, and we're now sitting at $2,550+ an ounce of gold. And that's up a lot from about $1,750, okay, $1,750 an ounce of gold. During that time, I've seen the price of Pre-33 gold, especially the ones that are graded, come down quite a bit. And I'm seeing that with anything that's graded for the most part. A lot of the collectible coins have just been going down in value. So that's interesting. Why is that? And I think it's because they've been high in value and people are unloading and taking profits, to be frank. In addition to that, when we get into a cycle like we are right now after inflation, bullion always tends to run faster than the collectibles do. And you know, it'll continue to run until the price of the bullion gets so high that people start switching over to silver. Okay, that's gold bullion. And when we see that happen, that's around the time you're going to start to see some of the Pre-33 gold go up in value more. At least that's what I'm told. So what's the real difference between it? One is modern gold that's minted today, and the other one are gold coins that were minted about 100 years ago or older. And you can't pick them up anymore, and they come in different qualities and in different denominations and weights. For me, when I buy Pre-33 gold, I'm primarily looking for two kinds. I'm looking for non-graded raw coins, and it is possible to pick up, you know, real gold that'll show on your Sigma machine, but it's a fake Pre-33 US gold coin. So make sure you're buying them from a reputable source that will guarantee the authenticity of it. And then I recommend taking it to a trusted coin shop that has the skills to be able to determine whether it's a real or fake coin. All right. The other kind I like to buy are the low-grade MS, so mint state coins. So, you know, I prefer more of the MS 61s and 62s. I try to stay away from 63s and 64s. Occasionally I'll buy a 65 if it's a more rare date, and that's a coin that you're looking at paying a little bit more money for, and you're expecting a little better return for it, but I really recommend staying away from anything higher than 62 until you know what you're doing, you've done a lot of research, and you've already built your foundation stack, your prepper stack, and you're at the point where you know, you're wanting to get a little bit more risk and reward, okay? And as always, guys, not financial advice, just, I'm not a financial advisor. I am a guy with a master's degree, and I've done a lot of finance and research, and I do come from a banking family, so I have been around a lot of this stuff. But, you know, it's always important to work with a financial planner if you can find one, and make sure you fit this into your overall portfolio. All right, so outside of that, I think the other thing I would recommend is make sure you got food and water, guys, for at least a month for your entire family. We could have some crazy stuff come up. If you can afford to, get 3 months. And if you've got enough money, do a year to 2 years. Then you don't have to worry about anything, whether you've got a job, natural disaster, or a complete collapse of what we know. So let's go back to gold here for a minute. What I recommend doing is taking a look at the price spreads that you can get. So Andy, in this video here, is going to explain to us why he thinks that pre-33 gold is a good buy right now and what it's been like in the past. So take a listen to this.
Most of my career, people bought numismatic gold coins. You can remember in the 90s with gold at $300 or 350. American Eagle would have been 5% over. So what's that, $15, $20 over the spot? And a $20 gold piece like this one, an MS62 grade, $20 Liberty, maybe 8 or 9 or 10% over. Okay, so you're talking $40 over, so $25 more for a coin that's 100 years old with better upside potential and safe from confiscation. No one bought bullion, nobody. When Obama took office, or right before he did, the premiums went parabolic. Parabolic. Everyone thought he was going to confiscate. I called everyone who I'd ever sold numismatics to. And mind you, I'd been doing it for longer than anyone. I'd been doing it since 1989. And our original business was Swiss franc annuities. And when the Swiss stayed out of the European Union and they didn't peg their currency, or they had their own currency as an export nation, I said to all my clients who had Swiss franc investments, I'm like, you got to sell right now, because they're going to let their currency collapse to defend their economy. No one will buy watches and chocolates from Switzerland if they have to first convert to a super expensive Swiss franc. They'll buy watches from France and chocolate from Belgium. And so the Swiss, as I thought, let their economy stay strong and let their franc fall, and quietly and privately pegged it to the euro, and the currency collapsed. So I told everyone, get the hell out of the franc and buy gold. At the time, they were all buying gold numismatics and $20 gold pieces at 15, $20 over a gold eagle. I had clients with thousands of them. And when Obama was about to take office, I called him up. I flew all around the country, became Diamond Elite on Delta. I said, every one of you needs to sell your numismatics now and go to bullion. And I would say, look, I'll bring you for that 62 Liberty that you bought for a few percent over a gold eagle. I'll bring you 70% more gold in gold eagles. I'll buy those 1,062s from you and bring you 1,700 gold eagles. And I will sell those numismatics to the 3 or 4 auction galleries that are as dumb as a mud wall right now, that are paying these high premiums. And I did that for 2 years. And so there are times to own bullion. And since that time, I never told people to go back to numismatics ever, because the premiums just were too high after a while. And so now we are at a point where that's kind of reversed. So I would say, in order of preference in gold, I mean, you want to make it easy, buy gold eagles and buffaloes. You want the best thing, in my opinion, it's the pre-33. You'll pay a little higher premium, but those premiums are in line with bear market averages of the 90s. So they're as low as I've seen them in 20 years. They are worth buying right now. And I wouldn't go above 64 grade in a St. Gaudens, above 63 grade in the Liberty. In those grades, which used to be very expensive, where I would have paid you 70 or 80% premium to $1,000 gold price in 2008, you can buy now for commensurate to a gold eagle, or not much over it.
All right, I thought that was a pretty cool video. So yes, Andy sells pre-33 gold and bullion. And so you're hearing that from him. I recommend reaching out to his company, if you guys haven't done so yet, to get some advice and to have a good conversation with them. There's no obligation to buy from them. There is a small amount of money that they'll sponsor the channel with. If you guys mention when you reach out to them that Stacking Surfer sent you, which would be much appreciated to help create this content for you guys. Just send an email to info@milesfranklin.com, and I'll have a link down below for you as well. But here's what I recommend doing is I recommend taking a look at a certain amount of money that you might have that you'd like to invest, okay? So I'd take that amount of money and I'd have them work up a number for you of pre-33 gold versus bullion. See what the spreads look like. I can tell you from all the experience that I've had, as well as all the research I've done, if you can get the pre-33 gold within, say, 1, 2, or 3% of the bullion, I think it's a great buy. Usually it's quite a bit higher than that. So for example, if you're able to pick up a gold bullion coin for $2,650 as an example, and you can pick up a pre-33 coin for anything under $2,700, I think you do it. And even if it's $2,750, $100 over a bullion coin, I think it could still be good if it's a higher grade, okay? So you got to look at it. You got to see what might work. I love the older coins. They're not making any more of them, and they've got some great designs that are out there. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Do you buy Pre-33 gold, or do you just stick with bullion? Also, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button down below, the bell icon, and also hit the thumbs up. That tells YouTube that you had some fun watching the video, and it'll recommend it to more people. Also, comments make a big difference too, guys. I'd love to hear from you. What other videos would you like to see? What other information would you like to hear about? And do you like having Andy on? Are there some other guests that you would like for me to put onto the channel? And anyway, any kind of feedback is great. I do hear feedback from a few people, but it tends to be the same people over and over. I'd love to hear from some of you that haven't left feedback yet. If you're watching this on your TV, you can open it up on a mobile phone as well. And that might be a little easier for you to type, or on your computer to type up a question to ask. So I'd love to hear from you guys. But until next time, guys, peace out and have a great day.